working as an assistant professor in electrical engineering department at RP IIT Technical and Medical Campus, Kargaon. So today we are going to discuss about the wireless power transmission or YCT. So I'm going to share my laptop screen. Please stay tuned here. So we are going to discuss about wireless power transfer. As you can see here, the name is also suggested like Wide Tri-City. It's also the name like wireless. The first word we are taken WI, and from electricity we are taking this Tri-City. So the complete we can say that wirelessly we are transfer the electricity. So that's why it is called Wide Tri-City also. So these are the topic we are going to discuss. We have to make an overview about that. First of all, we'll discuss about the introduction, what is wireless power transmission. Then we'll make the definition for the same. Then we will go through the history, who invented this and what are nowadays going on about this wireless power transmission. Then types of wireless power transmission. So it includes two types, that atmospheric and electromagnetic induction method. Then finally we discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of the wireless power transmission. What are the application, either it's industry or domestic we can say. And finally we make a conclusion of our discussion, and we will follow the different references for our conclusion. So first of all, introduction. As one of the major issue in power system is the losses occurring during the transmission and distribution of the electrical power. As we are aware about that, electrical engineering nothing but there are three disciplines, that is generation, transmission and distribution, and the last is your utilization. So in these three steps we have to transmit the power from generation into your utilizer, and during that the transmission line is very long, so losses is the main concern in overhead transmission lines, or we are using the wire transmission line, so losses is the main concern. So we must understand the percentage of losses power during transmission and distribution is approximately 26%. But the main reason of this loss during transmission distribution is the resistance of wire. So that is the main reason for the losses in the transmission line. So as you know that resistance will dissipate the energy in terms of your heat, so that almost it will be create a losses in the transmission line. So according to World Resources Institute, that is WRI, India has the highest transmission losses in the grid. So for example, it's around 27 to 40%. So earlier Tesla has proposed method for transmission of electricity using electromagnetic induction. So as per our definition, so the main definition of your wireless power transmission, as the name suggested, wireless means without wire. So wireless energy transfer or wireless power is the transmission of electrical energy from a power source to an electrical load without interconnecting man-made conductor. So we don't need any conductor for the transmitting of power from source to receiver. We just transmit the power wirelessly. And third, wireless transmission is useful in case where the interconnecting wires are inconvenient, hazardous, or impossible. So we can understand the condition like in remote areas, if the transmission line putting on is a very difficult task, then we can use this wireless transmission line. So as we are much aware about the solar power transmission, that is also a wireless power transmission. We can say that we are getting the energy from the sun, and that is converted to our electricity. And what is the history behind this wireless power transmission? Sir Nikola Tesla was the first one to propose and research the idea of wireless transmission in 1899. So Nikola Tesla, one of the famous scientist or researcher of electricity area, he invented this in 1899, and since then After that, many scholars and scientists have been working to make his dream a reality. So lots of scientists, lots of researchers then make a research on this further on. In 1899, Tesla continues wireless power transmission research in Colorado Spring and writes the inferiority of the induction method would appear immense as compared with distributed charges of ground and air methods. So he used the principle of that air ionization kind of process. In 1961, William C. Brown published an article exploring possibilities of microwave power transmission. He utilized the principle of microwave power transmission. In 2009, Sony shows a wireless electromagnetic induction powered TV set, 60 watt over 50 centimeters. So he make use the principle of that wireless electrodynamic induction principle. So these are the methods like for transmission proposed by the different scientists and scholars. The first one is your atmospheric conduction method that was proposed by the Tesla. And these are the electromagnetic induction method, that is microwave methods and laser methods. We will discuss all these methods in detail in my next video. I'm just giving introduction about that atmospheric conduction method. So atmospheric conduction method, this was firstly proposed by the Tesla in 1899. High potential is maintained at a transmitter and receiver end as well. So we have a transmitter and receiver. Transmitter is the point from where the energy is transmitted towards the receiver. But the thing is that a high potential transmitter transmit an electromotive impulse through the ionized path of the upper atmosphere, where it ionizes the air, and this air between the transmitter and receiver would conduct like a neon tube. So we have a transmitter end and another is a receiver end. We will transmit the power from the transmitter end at a high potential through the air medium. So during that air processing or air pathway, the air is ionized, which blink like a neon tube. Okay, so this is the basic principle. Firstly, atmospheric conduction method was conducted by the Nikola Tesla and Heinrich Hertz powered. He proposed a method like he powered a fluorescent lamp, keeping a 25 miles away from the source without using wire. Wireless power transmission experiment at Warden Cycle high frequency current of a Tesla coil could light a lamp filled with the gas. That gas is neon basically. So in this method, he make a closed circuit using a transmitter, ionized path between the upper atmosphere and transmitter, and second ionized path connecting to the receiver. So the circuit back to the transmitter is completed through the earth. So this was the whole principle utilized for this Tesla coil. In one of my video, I have made this Tesla coil. So I will put the link in my description box, so you can watch that, how to make that home-based Tesla coil. Limitation of atmospheric conduction method was that economically challenges, because we are using the high potential transmitter and receiver and like ionization path. So that was economical challenges. So simply periodic change in atmospheric condition, because we are using the air medium for the as a wireless transmission. So atmospheric condition plays a very important role in that. Maintaining high power potential energy every time. So at the transmitter end, we have to maintain a very high potential during the transmission process. So that is a very challenging thing. So next, electrodynamic induction methods. So electromagnetic and dynamic induction method put a principle of radiation into the practice, which use far field technique in order to achieve the range into kilos, which include two methods: laser method and microwave methods. So advantages of wireless power transmission, this is a very efficient technique. So in comparison to our overhead transmission line, so wire transmission line, it is very efficient as losses are very minimum. So as we are sending the power, we will get the same power at the receiving end without any losses. As there is a no resistance medium, no heat loss over there, then directly we will transmit the power from transmitter end to receiver end, and it is easy to transmit power. The need for grids, substation, etc. all eliminated. So we just need a transmitter and receiver, and one is your transmission medium, that is air we are using. So no grid will be utilized over there. Low maintenance cost will be there, and more effective when the transmitting and receiving point are along a line of sight. When the transmission and receiver in a line of sight, so it will give a high efficiency, right? So if there is any decline from receiver from the transmitter, then it will may distract or it will may give the less efficiency. And then last one, can reach the places which are remote. So already discussed, in remote areas it is very efficient method. So some disadvantages of this also, when microwave technique is used, interference may arise. So microwave is basically based on the high frequency component, so interference may arise. Sometimes like we understand the concept of birds, or we can say some kind of magnetic fields. When lasers are used, conversion is inefficient due to absorption losses. So this is also main concern. It is radioactive in nature. So it may be cause some hazards or some dangerous health condition for the human beings. Then distance constraints, initial cost is high. At long distance, its initial cost is high, but long term maintenance cost will be low. Field strength has to be under safety levels, and high frequency signal should be supplied for air ionization, which is not feasible. So if you supply the high frequency signal, so maybe there will be some kind of distortion that is not feasible for air ionization process. So these are some application: near field energy transfer or far field energy transfer. So near field energy transfer is related to your electric automobile charging, that is static or moving can be, consumer electronics, industrial purposes, that in harsh environment we can utilize this facility, field energy transfer, solar power satellites energy to remote areas, and can broadcast energy globally. So in future the research is going on this. Conclusion we can make: transmission without wires are reality. So transmission without wires nowadays also become reality, because lots of projects are going on this. Then secondly, it is very efficient in comparison to our wire transmission line. Low maintenance cost but high initial cost. Initial cost is high, already discussed in limitations, and maintenance cost is value because we are using only transmitter and receiver in that case. Better than conventional wire transfer. Always there is no losses in the transmission process, so it is very convenient method. Energy crisis can be decreased, right? Low losses will be there. Okay, so there is no resistance medium as a wire medium, so low losses will be there. In near future, world will be completely wireless. So this is all about the wireless power transmission or YCT. Please stay tuned with us for more videos on wireless power transmission. Please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.